What's up, guys? No NBA today, but I have some early picks for Heat versus Celtics, and I have some bets on the WNBA, which started up, and there's a lot of value on the books in the WNBA. I've said this before. I don't care if I'm betting on the NBA, WNBA, baseball, wherever I can find an edge. So my first play is right here. It's on the sportsbook screen. So basically the way this betting tool works is pretty simple. There aren't a bunch of sports books, not a lot of books post WNBA player prop odds, but some do, right? So some markets you can see are available. So the first play I found is in player points, and my bet is on Mercedes Russell. So what you're going to notice, I know nothing about her, I'm just following the data because that's how you make money sports betting, is Mercedes Russell. Her line on Prize Picks as well as Underdog Fantasy is 6.5 points. Her over-under is set at 6.5 points. So if you look at Parlay Play, her line's at 7.5. If you look at the one sportsbook posting odds, Betano, I think it's a Canadian sportsbook, but I'm not sure. Every book, though, even if I don't use this sportsbook, right? I don't use Betano. It's not legal in the United States, but it's still a data point. Right? It's another sports book with a really sophisticated model setting lines, telling us where this line should be set. And what should stand out to you is, hey, Parlay Play, they're too high. The two other fantasy sites, Prize Picks and Underdog, they have Mercedes Russell's line at 6.5 points. Betano's at 5.5. So Parlay Play is way too high. So we found a bet with an edge, and we want to take her under. And I know, it's not particularly glamorous, but this is how you make money sports betting, right? This platform, Parlay Play, they only have a max bet size of $60, pretty low betting limits. And I've been able to run up $1,800 profit on this platform in just a couple months of using it. And I'm pretty sure I've given out every single play I've ever bet on this platform on either YouTube, Twitter, or both. So you'd also be up $1,800 if you tailed all my plays. But long story short, all my plays just based in data, following the market, looking for bets with an edge. Now, before we move on to my next picks, I really try to keep these videos educational. Like I like kind of explaining why I'm betting what I'm betting. So for Mercedes Russell, it's clear this is a big line discrepancy. Parlay Plays too high relative to the other fantasy sites, so we want to take the under. But another thing is I kind of like to explain how these platforms work, especially Parlay Play, because it's not like a traditional sports book. So the way that Parlay Play works is any 6 picks you select, you could take all overs, you could switch this to an under. This is always the payout you're getting, right? Like this is your payout for a 6-pick entry. It doesn't matter if we replace this with another, WNBA pick or an NBA pick, whatever we add in Jason Tatum, you're going to see we're still getting the same payout. So basically what I've done, because it's fun, is I took Parlay Play's payouts and reverse engineered, and it's not complicated. I mean, I say reverse engineer, but literally just took these payouts and backed out what percentage of your picks do you have to win to be profitable on this platform. And you're going to see it's 53.2%, right? So a lot of people will be like, how does Parlay Play make money? Well, if you have no advantage, if you're a recreational sports bettor, you have no edge, you're going to get 50% of your over-unders correctly, and you're going to get 50% wrong, right? You're going to go 50 and 50. You have no advantage. It's like flipping a coin, over versus under, heads versus tails, 50% to be over, 50% to be under, 50% heads, 50% tails. You're going to win 50% of your picks. You're going to lose 50%, right? But on Parlay Play, you got to win 53.2% of your picks to be profitable. If you're only winning 50% of your prop bets, your ROI on this platform is going to be negative 25.78%. So you're going to get destroyed. So you need to find player props winning above 53.2% of the time, right? So it's not like you need to win every bet. You just need to win 54% of your player props, let's say, only losing 46%. If you can win 54% of your prop bets, only losing 46%, so you can find plays winning 54% of the time, your ROI on this platform, and you can play around with this spreadsheet, reach out with any questions. I'll include this spreadsheet and my email in the description. But if you can win your player props, you can win these over-unders correctly 54% of the time, your ROI is going to be 7.16%. So it's pretty simple. This is a platform where they literally don't change your payout based on you selecting over versus under or the 6 picks you select. So it all boils down to what percentage of your player props can you win, and you got to win 53.2% to be profitable. So a betting tool that I pretty frequently use to find player props winning that percent of the time is the Fantasy Optimizer. So you go to Fantasy and then Fantasy Optimizer. And this betting tool, it works for Prize Picks, Underdog, any of these platforms that have fixed payouts. They don't change your payout based on you selecting over versus under. And basically what it does is it just uses sportsbook odds to tell you player props that are winning above 53.2% of the time. So if you take a look at Al Horford, all of the sportsbooks have his under as the heavily favored outcome, right? You look at the sportsbook odds. So here you can see a few of the sportsbooks. BetMGM has his under favored, Caesars under favored, DraftKings, FanDuel, Pinnacle. Pinnacle's known to be the sharpest, the smartest sportsbook in the world. All these books are saying, Horford is a lot more likely to go under as opposed to over 7.5 points. We're just following the data, right? I'm not looking for locks or any of that BS. I'm just looking for player props with an edge that are winning above 53.2% of the time. And the Fantasy Optimizer does that for you, right? It literally just uses sportsbook odds. All the books have Horford's under heavily favored around minus 135 odds. So his under is a lot more likely than his over. So Parlay Play is a fixed payout platform. They don't change your payout based on you selecting over versus under. So if all the sports books have Horford's under heavily favored, we obviously want to take his under in our Parlay Play entry, which is what I ended up doing. So Horford, under 7.5 points. Any plays winning above 53.2% of the time are going to be in green. Green means profitable, unsurprisingly. Red means not profitable, unsurprisingly as well. Cracking myself up over here. So those are some of the prop bets I got, and here's my full entry. Al Horford, under 7.5 points. Kalea Cooper, under 6 rebounds. Enrique Aguinbale, over 25.5 points plus rebounds. Mercedes Russell, under 7.5 points. Marcus Smart, under 19.5 points plus assists. Jaylen Brown, over 31.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. Don't fade it. I'm winning big on this platform. All my plays based in data, finding plays with an edge that are winning above 53.2% of the time, because that's how you make money sports betting. You follow the data, you find picks with an edge, you understand how these platforms work, and you make money, right? So here are the 6 picks I went with. Let's get after it.